no man that respects himself and is traditional will even listen to a chick trying to reason to them that it's cool that they get at their job.
Yeah, but I feel like there's like 8 billion people in the world, so you can't like really generalize. It sounds like he's mad because he's insecure.
Women use that argument all the time when a man has a boundary or standard that they don't like. Women want to sit here and be hoes, have guy friends, hang out with their guy friends, have dudes DM them, and have zero consequence.
I feel like it's just different industries. Like I had said on the last podcast, like guys don't want like a stripper girlfriend. You know what I mean? You think guys don't want they don't think, but like she has a boyfriend. I've had boyfriends. You know what I mean? Like that. Different industries. I guess you have to be able to understand the industry.
No, that part I agree with. What I'm saying is I'm not speaking about the industry. I'm speaking about general relationships, right? And I'm saying that unless you get a guy in that industry that could probably make it make sense, 99% of people who are just doing a relationship, you can't tell them, oh, I'm just fucking for my job. Like, come on, bro. Like, unless you have an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, yes, if it's not particularly in that exact industry, then I agree with you. But when it's known, it's
well, I think it's very difficult for women to understand this because you guys tend to look at loyalty the same way we do. We look at loyalty very differently. Let's say I was with you, but then you find out that I've been like promising this girl all kinds of trips. I tell her I love her every day. I give her gifts. I spend quite a bit of time. It would be a problem, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because that's a betrayal of the sanctity of a relationship, right?
Exactly, yes.
That's the equivalent to men and sex. So that betrayal that you're talking about, that you're feeling, that's how we feel when it comes to sex. So the ladies understand, because I've come to realize this, that women have a very difficult time being empathetic to the male experience, which is fine, but that is the functional equivalent. If you found out that I was with you and I was giving you all these sweet nothings and telling you you're my love and I'm going to marry you, but then you find out I got a whole other chick and I provide for her and I got a whole other family, you're going to have a fit of rage that's unfathomable.
And I 100%,
Same thing with men with sex.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. But me dating him, I wasn't sleeping around. It was his job, and he wasn't going and giving gifts to anyone. He wasn't going home to anyone else. Like we lived together. Like he came home to me.
Yeah, but I'm just giving you the functional equivalent.
Fair enough.
Like with men, you betray us when you even entertain other men, and sex is the highest level of that.
Even
it's treason.
texting.
Yes,
like,
but I mean.
Because we don't ask much.
Is cheating. That's a fact.
The other thing too that women need to understand is that
we weren't open. That's the thing. He had his job, and then me and him were monogamous.
You're talking about like regular men, not your men, right? Like other men.
Yeah,
and also it's different.
Guys gonna have a point of
contention
with it.
I think women naturally, but you already worked kind of in that situation, like in that industry. But women are probably able to more differentiate it. I think most normal guys, if your chick is taken at her job, it's no way like this.
I agree. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's mad because he's insecure.
No.
You could be right about that.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
What does insecure mean?
No, hold on. I'm glad she said that.
He's playing because he was like, she's taking a 10-inch, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like he's insecure.
Because why would you say that?
No. Well, I mean, it don't matter the size as long as you're fucking somebody else. I'm just making a joke.
It's never the size.
But you said a specific size.
Mm-hmm. I know it's never the size, you know.
Yo, these chicks, man, they try to go around it. You bitches gotta stop fucking other niggas, man. If you want the niggas, no man that respects himself and is traditional will even listen to a chick trying to reason to them that it's cool that they get dick at their job, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like there's like 8 billion people in the world. There's so many people for so many different types of relationships, so you can't like really generalize.
Put limitations.
8 billion people off of.
But hold on.
I also never had sex with anyone else when I was with him. It was his job, but me and him were monogamous. I didn't sleep around with other people, so there was no issue on his part.
How many of you agree with her statement that academics is insecure? How many of you agree with that? Raise of hands.
Keep it real.
I don't know.
Raise of hands. I just want to get an idea. How many of you agree with her that he's insecure?
I mean, why would you say that?
It comes from a sense of insecurity,
2,
right?
that's fine. 1, 2, who else? 3, you agree? 4, anybody else agree? So half the table agrees. Okay, when you said he's insecure, can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't mean it in like, like you feel you're not as good as the other person, but I mean that's the whole point of loyalty, right? Is that you want that person to be loyal to you, because if they're not, then you have no relationship, and that comes from your own insecurity.
Let me ask you this question. Who's more secure? 2 scenarios. You got one guy who tells a woman, these are my expectations, this is what I want you to do, and these are my boundaries. And if you don't adhere to that, you're done. Or the guy that says, you know what? I don't want to be called insecure. You could do whatever you want. Because he's scared of losing her. Who's more secure?
The first one.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
Who agrees with the first one is more secure? Okay. So, how can you sit there and say that he's insecure for having a boundary that I'm not going to have my chick fuck other dudes?
Okay, first of all, it was just a joke. About, like,
Oh, now it's a joke.
No, I swear to God, it was just silly about the 10-inch cock
Yeah.
because you had to end the
People
10
make insecure
10
comments.
inch. But at the same time, I think my whole point is that there's so many people in the world. There's someone for someone, you know. And if you want to have a certain type of relationship, you can go out there and find someone that wants the same thing. That's
See,
just it.
I find it interesting because I put her logic to the test and it failed. Because the reality is, insecurity, women like to use this term for men that have boundaries. If I say something along the lines of, I don't want to wife up a girl that's promiscuous, I don't want to wife up a girl that's annoying or a pain in the ass, whatever, you guys sit there and say, that's insecure. No, it's called having standards. But like, let me ask you this. You go to University of Tampa, right?
Ooh.
Let's assume that they didn't let you in because your grades didn't meet the requirements.
Right.
Would
Didn't
you sit
happen,
there and
though.
say the university is insecure for not letting you in?
No, because that did not happen.
But you saying it did not happen is actually you feeling insecure. Actually.
Ooh.
I'm giving you a hypothetical.
Because
Oh,
really
stop.
you know.
I'm giving you a hypothetical. I'm saying
Okay,
if
yeah.
the school had declined you
Right.
and you said, well, you guys are insecure, wouldn't that sound ridiculous?
Well, I mean, it's a college. They have to accept you based off of some sort of standard.
Yeah, but off of a standard, right?
Right.
So if you don't adhere to the standard and you don't get in, would it make sense for you to say that they're insecure for not letting you in?
No.
So
I think the point you're trying to make
right?
to you is like, yo, listen, and I'm gonna take it off this argument and just put it like in the area where, because women say that term a lot to dudes. Oh, you're insecure about whatever, especially when a guy says something that's either his boundary. Now, by the way, I also get you. You're saying that because I mentioned the size.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. But usually, sometimes a man will be saying what he won't tolerate. Like, hey, I'm not going to tolerate you having a bunch of male friends that come over to your apartment. And you're like, you're insecure. And that's usually women's way of basically trying to neutralize what the guy is saying. And it's not based on fact at all. You know what I mean? It's completely emotion. So I think that's the point he's trying to make. You know what I'm saying?
It's a stupid argument that women make to get around a man having boundaries and standards. Like,
and accountability.
And using your logic, because I wanted to use your school. Like, if you went and said, University of Tampa is insecure because they won't let me in, we'd all laugh at you and you'd be like, that wouldn't make sense because you just didn't adhere to the boundary or the standard and you didn't get in. I didn't get into Harvard. Oh, they're insecure because they wouldn't let me in. That's stupid. But women use that argument all the time when a man has a boundary or standard that they don't like. But the reality is, I would argue they have no insecurity because they're telling you what it is, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Do you think
but
a guy
women want to sit here and be hoes, have guy friends, hang out with their guy friends, have dudes DM them, and have zero consequence? And that's where I always laugh because women say that as it's like their knee-jerk reaction when a man has boundaries.
The one thing that I've always learned and stick by is when a man says something, listen.
Yeah.
Because they mean what they say. They're not that complicated, and girls try to take it and twist it and think, oh, if I do this for him, if I do that for him, I'm gonna get him. Guys fall in love with you by what they do for you, not what you do for them.
But you know what's crazy? If you say to your girl, you know what, go have fun, go do your thing. You know what she's gonna say? Oh, he's easy, he's nice. I can walk all over him. So if we do, we're damned. If we don't, we're also damned as well. So it's like, yo, at least have some boundaries.
So
at least.
I raised my hand not based off this specific situation, but based off of the whole theory that all girls are the same and all girls are hoes.
Right.
That's where I base my raise up on the do I think he's insecure? Yes. Because I just feel like it's crazy as fuck to think maybe you just don't feel like you're deserving of a woman that's not a hoe.
So let me get this straight. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, all these different religious texts and all these different societies and all these different cultures all came to the same conclusion. That women are retards when you give them authority. So,
well,
is it really that women
not my culture.
are all, not all, excuse me?
My culture holds the women very high.
And that's your opinion. That's an opinion.
Yeah, that's
Hold on. This isn't my opinion.
Text.
Like, every group of people since the beginning of time have kind of figured out that women need to be in a subservient role. Otherwise, when they're in leadership roles, society collapses.
You just said kinda. So like that's not like a for
I'm being
fact
sarcastic.
thing.
But I'm saying, but no, the fact is that like matriarchies don't work. Patriarchies do. And every
just
religion
because
that
they
stood the
say
test of
with
time,
women, they, like,
or any
are
society that
different
stood the test of time, is a
emotions.
patriarchy for a reason. So I know you're saying like all women are not the same, but you guys have a lot of similar behaviors and characteristics that make you guys not qualified to be leaders.
So then do you think people in law enforcement shouldn't be women?
Absolutely not.
For
I don't even
reasons
think y'all
of-
should have the right to vote, for me to be honest.
I heard you said that. The 19th Amendment, right?
Yeah,
Why?
we should repeal the
But
19th
see, these
Amendment.
are-
Why? I would love
You
to
think
know.
it's based off emotion? You think
No.
that girls would?
No,
it's
I
rules, man. I think
want
that
to
women
know
do
what
everything.
my
All right,
reason
hold
is.
on.
One-time overage.
Hold on. Let's have fun with this.
One time over.
Okay, how many of you, I want to raise of hands, how many of you know what the selective service is? That's why you guys shouldn't fucking vote. Even the military girl didn't know what it was.
Every time. Every single time, bro.
But do you think that
Every
that's the
single time.
only
Okay, well, can you tell me
reason?
what
I
it
do
is?
know what selective
Can you tell me what it
service
is?
is. I do
There's-
know what selective service is.
What's a selective service?
Is that not when like people are picked to be drafted? Is that not that?
So then
No,
why do you raise your hand?
that's not what it is.
Well,
he said yes.
No, that's
no,
not what it is.
no.
But regardless, is that the
So what
only
is it then?
reason
Tell
you
us.
don't think that?
That's one of the
Educate
main.
us.
That's one of the main reasons. But again, the fact that you guys don't know what it is speaks to female privilege. So again, the selective service is a program where the men have to enroll at 18 years
Oh
old,
yeah,
and
I
if we
knew about that. I
don't,
didn't know that's what
part
it's
of it.
called.
we don't get financial aid. We don't get jobs for the government or for the state. We could get penalized for it, find a bunch of money, or we could go to jail. Now
And
we don't
who
have to
said
enroll.
that's
Wait,
System up.
enroll when? When is
So-
it?
That's
For like a
system up.
draft? Like when it's war?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay then, yes, that's literally what I just said. I literally just said
it's a part of
that.
it.
No, well, you didn't.
It's
you didn't try to say
it's
it
part of
properly.
it.
Not fully.
Because it's mandatory for men.
You didn't say good enough.
It's
for
the
him.
end of
I
the
knew
day.
that was a thing, but I
I
didn't know
know
it was
it's
selective
not fair.
service.
Guys,
So your
wait,
point is
so
invalid.
is it mandatory at 18 for all men to sign up?
Yes. It's
Okay.
mandatory. Otherwise, there's serious penalizations if you don't.
I did
now,
not know
In
that.
2025, that's mandatory.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been
Yes,
mandatory.
it is.
Only
Yes.
for men.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and again, my thing is, you know, if we're gonna have skin in the game, right, where we can get sent to war, I don't think you guys who don't have skin in the game should be able to pick the commander in chief who runs our military.
Okay, but I
I
just
have
don't
skin in
understand
the
how
war.
you crash out over me calling
Crash
men
out?
insecure,
Crash
but
out?
then you say no because he went on.
crash out.
He
That
went
wasn't
on
him crashing out.
about like
He
the
wasn't
insecurity.
crashing out.
But
He's very
he
passionate
but
about
yeah,
what
he's
he's
passionate
saying. He's
about
being
it.
very passionate.
But
a
he
little
said,
hostile.
he
Hold
said
on.
women shouldn't vote, and none of us are like, you know, it's like.
I just feel like everything you said was like a kinda and like a theory or opinion. Nothing is like concrete.
Okay, here are the
So-
facts. Every major Abrahamic religion, every successful society since the beginning of time has been a patriarchy for a reason.
Okay, and
That's
let's
a
talk about
fact.
let's talk about the
Walk it down.
downfall of the Ottoman Empire during World War II.
Oh shit.
What about the Ottoman Empire?
Yeah, because it's true. That was a patriarchal society.
It was. It
A
was.
Muslim society, right?
Yes, yep.
And why did it fall?
Because another patriarchy that's better beat them.
And it's a lot of unsuccessful. There's a lot of unsuccessful patriarchies. So they're not 100%.
But actually,
Owned.
There's not 100%
No, but, like, I
turnout
don't
just because it's a
understand.
male like just 'cause it's a
Exactly, I'm
patriarchy.
like,
Use that
what?
history class,
just
girl.
like,
Go
I
ahead,
don't
get at
think
that
You think
nigga.
if there was
Get
a
at him.
woman,
No,
if there was a
because
woman,
that
It's not
doesn't
100%
make sense.
success rate, so
Yo,
you
shout out
can't
to
even say
University
like,
of Tampa.
oh,
Get
a
out
woman
here with a
couldn't do
history
it.
class.
Like, I don't know. I just think that you're very passionate and you have your theories and opinions.
It's not a
about.
theory. This is the truth.
It's not concrete.
No, it's what
not
you
concrete.
feel.
No, you're
What I
saying
feel?
kinda.
Yeah.
You and
You're based
80%
off
of the
the
men.
That's why you
narration
stand on
of
it so much
of
and you keep
whatever
going
Okay.
over
Bible
because
How about
when
this?
everyone
Since
afraid and
it's,
believe
since
it.
it's how I feel, name one matriarchy that stood the test of time.
Damn.
Well,
That doesn't mean it can't happen.
in my
That doesn't mean it can't happen.
in Israel, the women light the candles at Shabbat. The women are the ones who do the blessings. I mean, I know how you feel, but I'm just saying that in that religion, it's also even said in the Torah that the men should have their women before the man because it's his duty. So
We literally
It
make
does-
y'all.
it does-
Y'all can't
it
make
does
us. We can push a
put
man
women
out of
higher.
us. Y'all can't even do that.
You need semen to do that. Now,
Either way.
for you, who protects Israel?
the women and the men of the IDF.
Really?
Yes, and
You-
a lot of women take intelligent roles.
What's the number one country that America gives aid to?
Israel.
Okay. Do you guys think you would exist without our foreign aid? The answer is a profound no. You guys would be gone within 24 hours.
And a part of that foreign
United
aid
States.
is women, soldiers.
I don't necessarily agree
Let's
with
talk
you on
about
that
it.
one, but that's for.
Are there
that's-
not women soldiers? That's
There's
a part
like
of-
Yes, at
Yeah,
eight,
and that's
at
precisely why the
at-
IDF is not a good ground force.
At 18.
Either way, your
male
point
or
was
female
they
has to go.
need foreign help, whatever you just said. A part of that is
Yeah,
us,
nigga.
girls, women in the military aiding. So it's still like, wait, what are we saying?
Don't they have lioness programs or something in that stature where the
What do
women
you
go
mean?
out there and really conquer, and they're all just
No,
women?
no.
I just feel
no.
like-
At-
Okay,
at-
you know what?
at
Since you guys,
18
hold on, let me ask this question then. How many of you voted in the last election? Only you, and you. Who'd you vote for?
I think it's pretty obvious. Kamala Harris.
What?
Oh God. Oh, God.
And then who did you vote for?
Trump.
You voted for Trump, and you voted for Trump too, right?
Trump.
Okay. Why'd you vote for Kamala?
I just agree with
Kamala.
her policies, and it's like,
What policy
What
did you agree with?
policies?
are you not educated on liberal?
Oh no, I am. I would
ideologies?
just love to know what you think.
Okay, well, I mean, what do you want to talk about? I mean, there's everything.
I just asked you why you voted for.
I mean,
you
for
give me
one reason,
one.
I don't support the U.S. funding Israel.
She looks like Tana.
I don't. No, I really don't. And I mean, if you think
That's the
about
best,
it,
smartest thing she said all day.
So
That's the smartest thing she said.
at Tampa University, did you ever participate in the encampments?
no,
Did you ever participate in the anti-Israel protests?
I went to a Free Palestine protest.
How many?
Ooh.
I went to 2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
And you
Show
held up
your
a
ass.
sign? Did you scream Antifada and Jihad and
No,
all of that?
I brought water, I brought snacks, and basically all it wasn't like a anti-Israel protest.
bring no
It was
food?
more about
Do you believe that Hamas is a
peace.
terrorist group, or do you believe that they're resistance fighters?
gosh.
Here we go.
It's a
Guys, I don't
simple
think we should go on
question.
about this. Okay, I'm just like stating my beliefs.
You'll get
I
gangster
mean,
with
I
it.
really don't think I'm
I
going to
feel
change your
like they both
opinion,
could
and
be.
like I respect your opinion.
I'm not.
I really don't,
I'm not
but I
trying
really
to
don't think I'm
change.
going to change your
I'm
opinion.
not trying to change yours, and I don't think you're going to change mine. I just want to know if you think it's a terrorist
Next
group
topic.
or a.
mean,
Can
you
get
banging
to
on
the
them
point
niggas, man?
of
You keep
why
giving your
you're asking?
opinions.
Because she answered a lot of your questions, then you just kept asking more. So can you
Oh,
just
no.
get to the point of what
The-
you're trying to get to?
Well, because they're designated as a terrorist group, and you won't say they're terrorists because I think you think they're resistant fighters, which is the problem.
All right, next
This
question.
generation.
All right, what's your favorite color?
I would say that I agree
Green.
with you
Green is
that
my favorite
men
color,
and
too.
women are definitely not built equal at all, and that's a lot of that's a topic
I didn't hear
women
him
tend
say
to fight
that
sometimes.
specifically.
But at the end of the day, men hold a different value than women. Like women, you know, they're gonna be nurturing, they're gonna be a mother to your children, they're gonna, you know, try to make life a little bit more pretty and colorful. But men are gonna, you know, work hard and provide, and in the end, it just ends up being like a partnership that works well. And I mean, that's how like good families are built, and so on.
Ideally.
But to answer the question from before, the reason why I don't think women should vote is because you guys don't have to go into selective service, and since you guys don't, you don't have skin in the game. So I don't think you guys should be able to pick commander in chief when you don't have skin in the game, because the president then appoints the secretary of defense, who's the chief military guy under him. So that's how I look at it. Now, if you serve in the military, like in her situation, then I think if you serve in the military and you take a civics test, then yeah, you should be able to vote.
When is the last time that the selective service was implemented?
It's still to this day.
But I'm saying, when is the last time like
You mean
men
a
have
draft?
been drafted? Yes.
Vietnam.
Okay.
Exactly.
But that does not. You do understand that we're on 2 different war fronts right now as we speak, and more
When
than
have
likely,
y'all
there's a
been
very-
drafted?
World War III.
Has anybody been drafted since Vietnam?
We can be soon.
Oh, okay. Cool.